Greetings. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, meditation. Meditation is an art, and at the same time, it's a science. Throughout time, many great masters have come to Earth to talk about and reveal how to meditate. Meditation at first may seem like it's strange. You close your eyes and you focus on a point inside that is eternal. You focus on your higher self. Now, in the beginning, what does all that mean? Many great masters have given the following meditation practice. It's super simple, it's easy to do, and yet the mind doesn't like doing it in the beginning. So here's our first look at what meditation is. Meditation is concentrating on your breath. Meditation is concentrating behind the power behind your breath. Now, that's a secret. What is keeping you alive? Meditation allows you to know and to experience. So in the next few moments, close your eyes and start to focus on your breath. See your breath going up and down, up and down, up and down. Put your mind, your awareness on your breath. Do this moment by moment. There'll be a time we have the tightest glimpse, the tiniest feeling of peace, of joy, of happiness, and tranquility. Just simply focus your mind on your breath. When your mind wanders, and it's thinking about something else, just simply return to your breath. Okay, let's close our eyes. Remember, just to focus on your breath. Now, open your eyes and still focus on your breath. Watch your breath going in and going out. It's like a wave. See that the state of awareness is one and the same, whether you're having your eyes closed or have your eyes open. Practice this daily. It will take you to places at this point in time you can't even imagine. So simple. Breathe in and breathe out. You are the universe. You just don't know it. The universe breathes Breathe in and breathe out. I hope you have a great day. Blessings. Greetings. Here we are in another day of a magnificent life. Do we truly know and understand of how fortunate we are to be alive? We are the universe, but we just don't know it. Have we forgotten our true nature? Have we forgotten that God always exists inside of us? The door is there. We just simply have to open the door and walk in. It's only by our intent, by your intention to open the door and actually open the door, can you walk in. Remember, we are never alone. We just simply think we are. But in reality, the whole universe lies inside. For me, when I was young, I was fascinated by the mysteries of life. I knew there was more than a 9-to-5 existence. When I was around 5 years old, my Uncle Bill took my brother and I to a Bob's Big Boy for a shake. At that time, they had these paper masks with a Martian say, "Take me to your leader." My brother and I placed these masks over our faces and started to laugh and laugh. We knew that we were from the stars. My uncle had no idea why we were laughing. How did we know that we came from the stars? Most people would say it was your childhood imagination, yet you really can't really explain it. How to explain the power of love? Where does it come from? Does our DNA contain parts of us that are eternal? Does our DNA contain the essence of God? Scientists say that 90% of our DNA is junk DNA. Does God create junk? I don't think so. According to Cryon, he says the junk DNA is actually multidimensional DNA. In other words, our DNA is part physical and spiritual. We don't have any instruments on Earth to prove this. Yet, Bruce Limpton from Stanford says that through his research that they have discovered the following. Your DNA may have the propensity for a certain disease, yet with lifestyle changes and by the mind being in a state of being that is spiritual, you can overcome your propensity to get the disease. You can, in an essence, program yourself out of this problem. Can you imagine if a part of your DNA contains your higher self? That means you're hardwired to discover God inside of you. A part of you exists in the cosmic soup of God, and a part of you exists on this planet. For ages, the great masters have said that the kingdom of heaven lies within. Maybe we have all the tools inside of us. We have been looking in all the wrong places. For example, imagine only a short time ago, we thought that the world was flat. We thought by sailing deep into the ocean, there would be a point where the ship would fall off the face of the earth. This is only about 600 years ago. Yet Christopher Columbus sailed to the Americas and debunked that theory. Now, imagine the Mayans and other indigenous cultures. They developed several calendars, that the calendar cycle was around 24,000 years. They had around 10 different calendars that they used to calculate different cycles of time. They have from 1 day to 64 million years. How did they get this information? The Mayans had this knowledge around the 5th century BC. That is around 1,000 years before Christopher Columbus discovered America. How did they get this knowledge? They didn't have knowledge. They didn't have computers or modern day telescopes. Could their knowledge come from within? I certainly think so. The universe within is a microcosm of the universe outside of us. They had the ability to tap into the source. You are the universe. They understood that principle and had a direct realization of that. They knew about entanglement and the universal field. Scientists are just beginning to focus and understand these laws. Yet they had this knowledge 2,500 years ago. Many of the indigenous people all around the world had this knowledge. They knew they came from the stars. Westerners would laugh at them and say how cute that is. Imagine if a scientist would discover their true nature and work this scientific nature. Imagine how far we can go. We have satellites that go around 16,000 miles per hour. Imagine if we can go 186,000 miles per second. It would take 2 years to reach the closest star. What if man could go within and use the field and go anywhere in the universe in less than a second? Imagine if a civilization has been around for 16 billion years. How advanced do you think they would be? Imagine they had the same problems that we had: war, poverty, crime, etc. They learned over time to advance themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. They reached a point where the entire civilization became the universe. At this point in time in evolution, they decided to help another planet achieve the same. This cycle would occur over and over again. Sometimes it would not work out. The people might have a great war and destroy the planet. When the planet was mature enough, they would then go to another planet and start anew. This sounds like science fiction, yet you are eternal. You were never created, and you will never die. Your body will. So think this over. Maybe our planet was created as a great experiment. Maybe our DNA came from the stars. We are stardust, as Carl Sagan once said. Let's put it this way: life is a mystery. Many people think that living a spiritual life, it must be boring. You just sit around and meditate. What a boring thing to do. Yet, a spiritual life is exquisite. I've been all around the world. I've surfed waves as high as a 2-story building. I hitchhiked from France to India with my surfboard. I hitchhiked from Kenya to South Africa, been to South America and the Galapagos Islands. You see, a spiritual life is practical. It is a life that truly is meant to bring you secrets of the universe while you are alive. Before you came to Earth, you are the universe. When you die, you become the universe. Wouldn't you like to know that you aren't alone when you are alive? Wouldn't you like to know that there is a family out there? The kingdom inside is your true home. It will transform your character. It will over time make you kind, patient, and full of tolerance, love, and compassion. This is your true nature. You will transform from darkness into light. It takes work, but what rewards come your way? You can be in the center of the hurricane. The whirlwind of the mind may be there. Calmness resides inside. Over time, a spiritual person loves each and every moment. You love going to work. You put your heart and soul into your actions. Nobody knows your beliefs. You just blend in. You have nothing to prove. You are stable in your emotions. A person learns to stop, look, and listen instead of reacting automatically. The universe slowly begins to train you in its ways. The universe is kind. The universe is love. The universe is patient. The universe is compassion. The universe is alive. A human being has the opportunity to become these traits. All the great masters have said, the kingdom of heaven lies within you. Remember, you are eternal. You were never born, and you will never die. The game of life is discover your true nature while you are alive. We search for God outside our entire life. He has been hidden inside the entire time. The most obvious place a person should look, a person looks outside for the answer. Isn't that fascinating? Maybe the whole universe is a game. It was created so we would find God within ourselves. What an elaborate setup it is. The entire universe is a stage, and we are actors on the stage. We come down to earth to discover our true nature. So for many, we are oblivious to this. We leave our lives. Now, I'm not trying to convert you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling my side of the story. The truth needs no convincing. When you die, you will see that God doesn't judge. This life is a learning experience. Imagine a raindrop with this journey of returning to the ocean. In the same manner, we are traveling back to the ocean of life. Enjoy this journey. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your family and friends. Call them on the phone. Find out what truly has meaning in your life. Most of all, you are never alone. The universe is watching over you. Greetings. Welcome back.
Did you get to practice your simple meditation? If so, how does it feel? Do you hear any different sounds? Do you have any glimpses of light? Each one of us is wired differently. Each one of us will have a different experience. Each one of us are on the same path, yet we are all on different parts of the road. You are not alone on this journey. It may seem like it. By practicing meditation daily, you will begin to feel the love and tranquility that exists inside. Taming your mind is not easy. It's probably the most difficult thing to do in the universe. But with practice, you can do it. Don't fight the mind. When thoughts come in, just let them disappear into the night. You can never truly stop the mind, but you can master it. You can be in control of the mind instead of the mind controlling you. Big difference. The body has to learn how to relax when you meditate. Be patient with it. Be kind to yourself. Start to pay attention to your body and listen. The body has intelligence. Remember, your DNA is both physical and spiritual. Imagine your DNA is talking to you. It is all the time. We are just not aware of it. Your higher self is contained in your DNA. Imagine you have trillions of cells in your body. Stop, look, and listen daily. Slowly increase your meditation time. Don't get lazy or too aggressive. There is a balance. Start with 5 minutes and slowly increase your time. Learn to love to meditate. Your attitude is everything in your practice. Without a proper attitude, you will have a hard time to meditate. There are many meditation practices. When I first began to meditate, I thought there was a magic one. There was one where if I received it would be so easy to meditate. Years later, I realized that all the ways will take you there. Each one is different and unique, yet the experience is the same. Trust me on this. I've practiced a lot of different techniques. I still use the technique or focus on my breath. I would consider this to be a universal technique. All the meditation practices I have seen use this technique. It seems so simple. It is. To the mind, it's, come on, is that all you got? Yet the entire universe is breathing, and so are you. There is a power behind your breath that is keeping you alive. Now that is a literal fact. When this power leaves the body, you have died. This is the soul which all religions have talked about. In essence, by concentrating on your breath, you are tapping into the true essence. Another reason why this technique is so powerful is that you can use this in your everyday activities of life, not just sitting down. What does this mean? It means that you have the potential to be one with your true nature. As I have said that in the beginning, you meditate on the source, and at some point of time, source begins to meditate on you. You still must make effort where you can see and feel this connection so strongly. There will never be a time when you can clap your hands and say, I totally got it. On this incredible journey, you will never stop learning. This is the way of life. Even the universe is learning moment by moment. So start to develop a practice where in each and every moment you try to concentrate on your breath. When you lay down for the night, concentrate on your breath. Make the breath your friend, which it is. Without it, you won't be alive. The entire universe lies inside. All the great masters have said, the kingdom of heaven lies within. So once again, be patient with your practice. Love your practice. Be thankful that you are learning and experiencing your true nature. You are kind. You are love. You are patient. You are compassion. All these traits are the power of your true nature. Over time, by meditating on your breath, the journey will unfold. Greetings. Today, we're going to talk about patience. You have probably had someone say to you that patience is a virtue. You probably felt it was an insult. Why do we get insulted when someone says that to us? It definitely triggers some emotions. Yet, patience is a virtue. There's a huge difference in belief systems between the East and the West. Maybe not so much today because of globalization. In the East, for generations, they planned for the future. They planned for their children's children because their culture was old. They developed patience. They knew if they planted a seed in the ground, over time, a huge banyan tree would grow. This tree could live for over 2,000 years. In the West, we have an awareness where we want it now. You can't afford something, put it on a credit card. Buy a bigger house that you can't afford. Most of our decisions is for the now, not the future. Most people who are about ready to retire don't have enough money to retire. There might be a good reason for that. The 2009 fiasco sent many people back. In the East, they run the businesses and country for the future. It's not only for the quarterly report. In the West, it's always for the short-term profits. If a company misses Wall Street's quarterly projections, the stock might tank. There may be many valid reasons why projections are down. Maybe they were investing for the future, but got dinged because their system doesn't support this way of thinking. Yet, on this spiritual and practical journey, patience is needed. So a simple technique as meditating on your breath seems so simple, but in actuality, it's probably the most difficult thing to do. Many people give up shortly after trying this practice. A dear friend of mine gave it up because he said his mind was too powerful. Before he even started meditating, he had no idea of the power of the mind. You think you are controlled, yet the mind has control over you. Over time, with patience, there is a breakthrough and the door is slightly open. For the first time, you have a glimpse of your true nature. Your patience has paid off. Patience is a food and medicine. Over time, you develop patience and it floods into all areas of your life. The earth is patient. Imagine the earth knew that for billions of years, humans would be on the earth. The earth is alive and has awareness. If you wait for 15 billion years for guests to come to your house, you would be patient. In fact, the entire universe is patient. It's part of its being. It's one of God's traits, which we have forgotten. Without patience comes frustration, anger, and fear. We lose the synchronicity of life. We are off balance. When something should come our way, we miss the opportunity. We give up just before reaching our goal. We have not been trained in this. When I was young, I couldn't relate to King Arthur and chivalry with his code of ethics. In the East was Confucius and its moral codes. As I grew older, I realized the only thing you take when you die is your character. Nothing else can you take. All your riches are left behind. Why don't we learn this in our school? I never learned this in school. I never learned this in church. In some ways, we are emotionally stunted. At times, we are adults stuck in our ways. We haven't grown very much emotionally. Take a look today. On Facebook is a war of angry words. At times, it truly is a toxic environment. My wife, who has a friend whose words that come out of her mouth are so mean and vile. She has been a spiritual person for over 25 years, yet actions speak louder than words. We need to stop, look, and listen to each other. We don't need a can of kerosene on the fire. This directly affects our political system today. We are totally off balance. Our emotions are skewed. We are lopsided. We have no discrimination. We have lost our values. The political system is a mess. Need I say more? Patience is needed more than ever. We must learn to compromise. We must truly listen to the other side without shutting them off. I'm right and you're wrong is childish. We need to act as mature adults. We have a lot to learn. This life is an incredible journey. Patience is part of our lives. Greetings. Welcome to another brand new day. Today is another day of our journey in life. What a golden opportunity we have. We are alive. We are walking around this wonderful earth. The universe is watching over us. We are not alone. We may think we are. That is never the case. These are exciting times on this planet. So many people are waking up from their slumber. The faster people wake up, the faster this world will change. In order to change this world, we must change ourselves. There is no other way. I can't change you, and you can't change me. That's the truth. Ultimately, we are on this planet for our own evolution. As a raindrop returns to the ocean, we return to our true nature. Yes, this takes time. Fortunately, today we have so many different factors on our side. We have reached a turning point where the light is shining so bright. Darkness is going away, but not without a fight. It knows it's a losing battle. Did you know that kindness is more powerful than anger? It's so easy to get angry. Look at Facebook today. Everyone is angry about the political situation. Both sides are yelling at each other. Does this ever solve the problem? Nope. It will never be solved through anger. Yet, if a person uses kindness, it might diffuse the situation. At least that anger won't be redirected to you, because you are mature enough not to accept the gift of anger from someone else. Anger can only be received if you accept the anger from someone else. You don't have to buy into their anger. You can listen with compassion. The other person is hurt inside and only knows to express with anger. You have the power to diffuse the situation. This is how the world will change. When you act like a mature human being and let go of your negative emotions, you can truly help this world just by your being. You have nothing to prove. You aren't trying to convince anybody. You are what you are. The sun in the sky just keeps on shining. That's true nature. The sun is always there. There may be clouds covering the sky, but the sun is always shining. This is a day-by-day, moment-by-moment journey. Each and every day, we can change ourselves for the good. It's like a musician practicing his craft. He loves to get better. He loves to practice. We can all practice our craft, becoming a better human being in each and every moment. We might not have a concert hall to play in, yet we have the universe smiling upon us. We are doing our part to make the universe grow. We have no idea of how our actions affect the universe. Our actions ripple like waves all across the universe. All of us have a divine part to play in the universe. If we truly knew who we are the universe. Unfortunately, we don't realize it. We are all family. We are not separated. There is a thread of love tying us all together. This is the journey we are on. No judgment is made if you don't want to hear about this. All of us are welcome back to the Creator when we die. God does not judge. You judge yourself. God does not judge. There is a spiritual evolution going on. Ultimately, we go back to the source. Greetings. Today we're going to talk about frustrations and setbacks. We all have experienced these in some way in our lives. I remember in 2009, Charles Schwab laid me off just before my 10-year anniversary. I survived 11 out of 12 layoffs. I was working on a project where our group saved Charles Schwab millions of dollars. When a broker signs up with Schwab, they sign a contract saying they would never take the clients along with them when they left the company. They didn't have any mechanism in place. There was a group of us that developed a program to keep track of all the clients' money when the broker leaves the firm. The first month going into production, we saw $100 million left the company to go up to a broker's new firm. We had a trail of all his clients with the date and time the transfers occurred. This was a tool that significantly tracked these transactions. Unfortunately, most of the key players who developed this system got laid off soon after this went into production. Charles Schwab said they needed to cut corners, so a great many people got laid off. They still made profits that year. This was the first time I ever got laid off. I will admit it hit me hard. Even with all my spiritual background, I really felt the effects of this layoff. I remember trying to fall asleep at night and having slight panic attacks. I knew everything was going to work out, yet there is human trauma within when this occurs to you. I was living in a small town in Oregon. After some time, we had to sell our house and move out of the state. Imagine during this time, thousands of people lost their jobs and homes. I can really feel for them. The banks caused this to happen, yet they never felt the brunt of it. They were given petty fines and a slap on the hand. It's time that companies truly respect the work of their employees. I feel for the majority of companies this is far gone. Most companies in the past 15 years will lay you off if it doesn't matter who you are. As for age discrimination, that goes out the door. With Charles Schwab, I saw this, that when you reached a certain age, you were shown the door. Not always, but enough to see this routine. Since then, I've been laid off 4 times because of government shutdowns. The government will lay off contractors, not the public employees. Recently, Booz Allen laid off 90 out of 100 employees. They really had no choice. The money just dried up. Our entire GIS team got eventually laid off. We maintained a system where all the farms in America could be displayed on a map. This system is used in every county office across the United States, including Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and Guam. So consequently, all this knowledge went down the drain. They would have to start all over again. One of the problems is today, everything is for short-term profits. If your quarterly reports figures are down, you lay people off. You don't think for the long-term future. If the company knows that its services are going away in the future, then invest in another field where the company can make money. Train your employees. They are a viable asset. Most of them are working hard for the company. Treat them with respect. One of my pet peeves is that 1% of the population has more money than the rest of us. This has got to change. We need a revamping of our companies. We need employees to be on the board of directors. They need to be heard. Why should shareholders have more say than the employees? This seems very old and archaic. A new system needs to be devised. Take a look at how progressive the Northern Europeans are. They are miles ahead of us. Unfortunately, many of their ideas came from us. We came up with the ideas and threw them away. Greetings. Welcome to another talk. We're happy to be here. Life is glorious. Your world is going through many changes. I don't have to tell you that. It's very important to be said. Don't let the political affairs today affect you emotionally. Don't let it get you angry. You can't fight fire with fire. You can put water on the fire. You can arise beyond the anger and let your true nature take over. There are new energies on this planet: kindness, compassion, tolerance, patience, and love. These are the new energies to embrace. Let go of the old energies: anger, fear, war, intolerance, etc. This planet doesn't need these energies anymore. They never led to any positive outcomes. Our world needs to be united, not divided. We are one family. We are intelligent enough to be united. Look at the past. Wars have come and gone because we are not united. We can do this. Each one of us is responsible. Don't spew anger on Facebook. If someone has a different point of view, speak from your heart. Listen to the other side. They are not your enemy. They are in pain too. Many times they express pain is through anger. Change your attitude. Don't let the old energies control your life. You won't be able to think properly. The old doesn't want to lose control. It truly is a battle between light and darkness. There is a way to convey your thoughts without stooping down to their level. Look at the Dalai Lama. He uses humor to convey his message. Speak from your heart. The universe is watching you. We can change our way of thinking. We can change our point of view. We need to become mature adults. Stop, look, and listen before you speak. Don't be reactive. Most of all, be kind. Be kind to your fellow man. Laugh, play, be considerate, come from your heart. Don't ridicule or mock others. Don't insult others. You are neither right nor wrong. If you do these things, the situation will change. You can't fight a war if your enemy is your friend. You can't fight a war if the other person truly tries to understand your pain and tries to help you. We need to help each other. America is divided. We all want the same thing. Our system is broken. People have lost faith. We are tired that our political system is not working for us. We need to change. We need to change our attitude. We need to see that we all want the same thing, but we have a different point of view. The Democrats and Republicans aren't enemies. Both sides are beautiful. They just need to stop playing petty games and cooperate with one another. They need to compromise. They need to truly listen to one another and not play childish games with one another. They act like children in a sandbox throwing sand at one another. It's time for the political system to become emotionally mature. We need mature leaders. We need our leaders to really think about the situation and not speak without thinking. This could be of serious consequences. A war could be started this way. America is at a crossroads. Which way are we going? It truly is up to each one of us. Let go of your fears of your fellow man. We are a melting pot. We need to show the world our true values. The world is concerned about us. Most of the political leaders around the world are highly concerned. Many of our relationships with these countries are at peril. We are on shaky footing. The carpet could be pulled from our feet. Nuclear war is not the answer. We shouldn't even think that as an option. War will never solve any problems. We are capable to have other solutions. We need to lose the mentality of wars altogether. Greetings. Welcome to a brand new day. Did you know the universe is alive? Did you know the universe is aware and conscious? Did you know your true nature is the universe? You were never born and will never die. Your body will. Yet your true essence is, was, and will always be. You are timeless. What happened? Why are we in this state? This is the game of life. The entire universe was created for this incredible game. If you thought hide and seek was fun, how about God playing hide and seek with us? We helped create this universe. It took billions of years to create the stage. Here we are now in this human body. A part of us is on the other side watching the show. The goal of this hide and seek is to discover your true nature. Many hints have been given throughout time. Many great masters have come and gone. They all have the same message. The kingdom of heaven lies within. The entire universe exists inside of you. Plant the seed of meditation in your heart and watch it grow. Water it daily. Pull out the weeds. Change your way of thinking. Get rid of your negative emotions. The universe is not angry. The universe does not mock each other and call each other's names. The universe is not divided. The universe does not fight with each other. The universe is kind. The universe is full of love. The universe is united. The universe is patient. The universe is full of compassion. The universe is God. We need those traits today. This is a practical journey. This is how we change the world. Each one of us is the piece of the puzzle. Play your part in this incredible game of life. We are not here to convince you. The universe does not need convincing. We are not here to convert you. The universe doesn't convert. It just is. We are here to simply remind you of your true nature. Imagine you are a bird in a cage. The cage door is opened. We are telling you that you can fly. That is your true nature. Because of our conditioning, we think we belong in the cage. We feel comfortable being there. We have lost our true nature. Birds are meant to fly. Man is hardcover to discover his true nature. Imagine we have a car in the garage and it's never even leaves the driveway. A car is meant to be driven. A wise person learns how to open the garage door, turn the car on, and back out of the driveway and take the car for a spin. That's a practical use of driving the car. In the same way, we need to open the garage door, back out the car, and take it for a spin. This journey is practical, not mumbo-jumbo theory. The laboratory of God exists inside of you. You perform all the experiments inside of you. Nobody can do it for you. Can it change my life? Well, first tell me what life is. This process will help you to discover life itself and its mysteries. It's a challenging path. Everyone has seen the challenges in their own personal life. Life has challenges. That's how we grow. No, this isn't an easy path, but your path is not easy either. One thing I can say is that over time, you realize you are never alone. There's signposts of God everywhere. You begin to realize that even before you have a thought, the universe knows what it is. All your prayers and concerns are known before you say them. God is always watching over you. The tools lie inside of your heart. Open up the garage door and take it for a spin. Greetings. Today let's talk about civility. My wife has a dear friend who she has known for over 40 years. She is a dear old friend. She is good, kind-hearted, and loves her fellow man. This is before our presidential elections. In fact, she has turned into a monster. She spews such hate. I'm afraid if any of her Facebook messages ever got leaked out, she would be in serious trouble. She has a group of loyal followers. Why am I bringing this up? It's because as a nation we are so divided. As a nation we are so angry. We can't think properly. We think we are correct, and the other side is the devil. Now, this person is deeply religious. She was a member of a famous Christian church. I will not mention the name. Probably the majority of the members of this church are great Christians. Well, where's the story, Gordon? She had this one post recently that was so full of hate. On the hate meter, it was a 10 plus. She was attacking Muslims. Well, my daughter is a Muslim. She has 3 incredible daughters. I'm very proud of her and her beliefs. I have many Muslim friends. They are incredible people. I believe in all religions. America is a melting pot. We are all immigrants except for the Native Americans. Here's a small excerpt that I posted on the wall. Where's the Susie that I know? I once knew a Susie that was kind, open, and considerate towards others. She had a great heart and soul. About 2 years ago, a friend of yours asked the same question. You totally trashed him and probably never heard from him again. He deeply asked you how you are. Do you think your Christ in Saint Germain will love the hate you are spewing? Don't think so. You have a great heart, Susie. You may think that you are funny. My daughter is a Muslim. I love her family. I have many Muslims as friends and family. I'm just saying this as a friend. You have gone through hard times. We are your friends. If you want to talk about things, we are open to it. Love you, Susie. From this post, I didn't want to attack her or be filled with anger. I was trying to be in love and kindness. When you see a person about to drive the car off the cliff, hopefully someone will give them a warning. The hate she spews could land her in jail. This is beyond free speech. Here's the responses that came back. Emotional browbeating. Don't fall for it, Susie. Susie has learned that sometimes being nice can get you killed by those who want you to be nice to them. Susie smartened up. I believe as humans we need to go beyond hate and anger. We will never solve any problems that way. Don't put your fellow man down. Whatever religion you have practiced, the principles of that religion, the world will be in a better place. Greetings. Welcome. Today let's increase our meditation to around 10 minutes. You can do this. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Watch your breath go up and down, up and down. Just let your thoughts come and go. Just follow your breath. Watch your breath. Just relax into this experience. Slowly open your eyes. How does that feel? Remember to try to watch your breath in your day-to-day moments. You are on a path of self-discovery. Greetings. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about a mantra called Anima. Anima is a vibration that exists in this world and the multidimensional world. It is the smallest of the small. Supposedly a yogi, when mastering this thing, can shrink himself to the point of being as small as an atom. This is a very powerful mantra, even without acquiring this ability. Just the ability to tap into the multidimensional world is good enough for me. To start, close your eyes. Place your attention on your third eye. Mentally repeat Anima, just like this. Anima, Anima, Anima. When thoughts come, just let them go. Bring your awareness to Anima. This technique is super simple. Now let's practice this together. Close your eyes. Focus on your third eye. Mentally repeat Anima, 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 Anima. Welcome. Greetings. The name of this site is Evolution Revolution. What does that mean? Man has been evolving for thousands of years. It's been a slow journey. We've used the same tools for thousands of years. We have reacted to circumstances for thousands of years. Man has used anger, war, intolerance, bigotry, and so much more to our fellow man. Granted, this is the minority. The majority of people have the same vision of peace on earth. They want a world where people are kind and considerate towards one another. We can speak our differences in a calm and peaceful way. We can actually talk to one another without putting each other down. So what is an evolution revolution? This is the state of rapid transformations. Our world is going through rapid changes that has never been seen before. There was a study that the New York Times Sunday edition had more information than what the average American acquired in the 1700s. With the advent of the internet, we are a global village. What happens in one part of the world is known instantaneously all around the world. We are mapping the universe. The world at large is becoming slowly and quickly aware that something significant is going on. We can't pinpoint it. It's in our subconscious. We know that this is the greatest time to be alive. Our everyday life is speeding up. We are at a point in time where science and spirituality are melding together. Just think that we have mined the DNA in the last 15 years. We have mapped it out. Scientists say that around 90% is junk DNA. The rest can and was mapped out. What is in the junk DNA? Are we missing something? Does God make junk DNA, or are we missing something? What if our junk DNA is multidimensional DNA? We don't have any instruments known to man that can detect this. This is the world of God, multidimensional energy. Now just imagine this blueprint of God exists in your DNA. You were created in God's image. Does this start to make sense? Your DNA contains the source of life. You are the universe. You just don't know it. All the tools exist inside of you. This is why it's called an evolution revolution. You have at your disposal the ability to wake up from your slumber. We have been playing hide and seek. Unfortunately, we have looked for God outside of ourselves. Isn't it funny that the entire time in your DNA contains the mysteries of God? You have the opportunity to discover your true nature. You don't have to convert your religion. There is nothing to convert to. We are not trying to convince you. Truth needs no convincing. The evolution revolution is a state where man has the capability to discover his true nature. In other words, by learning to go inside, you will accelerate your discovery of your true nature. What does that mean? It means you will discover that deep down inside you are kind, you are patient, you are full of love, you are full of tolerance towards others, you are full of compassion, you are happy. You will learn to be a partner of God. You will learn not to be reactive. You will learn to be calm and peaceful, especially in this highly charged political environment. You can let go of the old energy of anger in dealing with what's happening in this world. You can be in the center of the hurricane in absolute calm when dealing with this world. The world at large is angry. Both sides are angry. We can never solve anything through anger. When you are angry, you are wearing tainted glasses. You can't see clearly. There is a mist that surrounds you. Your discrimination is off. The world wants you to be angry, so you can't empower yourself. So this is the evolution revolution. It is silent. Nobody needs to know the connection that exists between you and your higher self. You can simply smile. You have nothing to prove. You're enjoying this journey of life. You are the piece of the puzzle. Ponder over this message. Does it make sense? How would you like to play peekaboo with your creator? This experience lies inside of you. Greetings. Welcome to a brand new day. On Monday of this week, I had a job interview. They asked a very interesting question. Who inspires you? I said, the Dalai Lama. I love that he said, kindness is my religion. I told him the world needs kindness. He goes all around the world and gives kindness wherever he goes. I told him that I'm inspired by people who are kind to each other. I love random acts of kindness. My wife and I love Fridays on CBS News, where they have a section called On the Road with Steve Hartman. It's my favorite section of the news. Steve finds these incredible people who are kind to one another. Some may do random acts of kindness. It's very touching. It demonstrates to me the essence of being a human being. Each story is different, yet there is a thread of love tying us all together. I love even seeing the news host, Scott Pelley, hold back tears. It's nice to see a newsman combine his mind and heart together. It's quite rare to see. I feel kindness is the answer to the world's problems. Humanity has been skewering anger for thousands of years, yet it never solves any problem. Look at Facebook today. Anger is just putting fuel on the fire. Kindness extinguishes the fire. It totally transforms it. These are basic principles we need to bring back into our lives. Your family, friends, community, state, nation, and the world at large would rejoice if we all did that. Kindness is not a Pollyanna state of mind. Kindness takes the greatest strength you can muster. It is so easy to get angry. Anybody can do it. Yet, to be kind in diversity, that takes strength. You have to cultivate that. You must plant the seeds of kindness in your heart. Daily, you must weed your garden, take out the negative weeds, water the seed, and watch it grow. If we all did this, the world would be in a better place.